He could have been sent to prison for a year, but instead a local activist convicted of trespassing during a protest at the airport will serve a year's probation. Michael Hoffman was sentenced this afternoon. Besides probation, he will have to pay a $500 fine and undergo a mental evaluation. Hoffman argued police violated his constitutional rights by arresting him. The jury decided he was trespassing. Channel 4's Jim Pickett was in the courtroom. He spoke with both Hoffman and the prosecution afterwards. He's joining us live from downtown. Jim?
You know, Tom, Hoffman said he had time to think since his conviction yesterday, and he was thinking about his future. He was thinking about what's next for him. He was thinking about a lot of things. During sentencing, the judge told Michael Hoffman there will be a number of things he won't be allowed to do. During his one-year probation, he can't go within a mile of the airport without permission, and he has to follow rules during any First Amendment protest that he might be involved with. Hoffman and his attorney say they will appeal this decision.
The question posed to me yesterday was, would I do it again? Well, I believe the more appropriate question is, was it worth it? To that question, I unequivocally say, no. However, let me make this clear. I would do it again for one simple reason. Right and just do not change because of the severity of the consequences.
The assistant state attorney who prosecuted the case says there's some confusion about what really happened. While the area at the airport is considered public property, there are some restrictions.
However, I think the difference is, and what people don't understand is that there are types of public property that are what we consider, the courts consider, a non-public forum. So those are things like military bases, schools, and now airports.
Hoffman is angry with the system. He says the jury really had no choice given the information they had to work with.
I do not blame this jury for convicting me. This jury did the best job they could. But I blame the judge and the state's attorney for maliciously withholding information and with the malicious intent to exercise his disapproval of my actions. This judge did not follow the law. That needs to be made clear. And this judge will be held accountable for his actions.
So Hoffman is basically saying he has to think of his family for the future. You know, you heard him talking about the juror and they really had no choice. Well, today I did have a chance to talk to one of the jurors in this case, and they were telling me this case felt very important to them and there were a lot of issues to consider. Here's what he told me.
They have the right to do what they did. Arrested him, and they gave him multiple times. I believe it was over 6 times they gave him to exit the premises, and he declined to do that each time.
Coming up all new at 6 o'clock, we're going to hear more from that juror, what he says went on in that jury room, and what some legal experts have to think about this as well. We're live from the courthouse. Jim Pickett, Channel 4, the local station.